Welcome along. Today we're doing a deep dive into a specific part of Untitled Document 3.pdf, really evocative tale, called The Wolf Banner of Haldar the Red.
Mm.
And what immediately grabbed me wasn't just, the descriptions, which are fantastic.
Right.
The winter sun low over the fjords, these long shadows stretching across the ice. And you've got this figure, Haldar the Red, right there at the prow of his longship, the Frostfang.
A powerful image.
It really is. And
Yeah.
the text describes him, son of no great king, but feared across the north. His beard like a mane of fire, eyes sharp as the edge of a well-forged axe. His men are chanting low, this rhythm matching their hearts. But, and this is the key thing, this deep dive, this story, it isn't really about the usual plunder. Not gold, not slaves.
Yeah.
It's about something else entirely. Raw, personal vengeance. Okay, let's unpack this a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what's so fascinating here. This account, it's almost mythic in how direct it is, but it immediately drills down into the why behind the conflict. It sort of strips away that veneer of, glorious conquest you often get.
Right.
And it shows this really primal human drive. Because the source tells us, months before this scene on the ship, Haldar's village was attacked.
While he was away?
While he and his warriors were gone. And as the Raven clan, led by this Skorri the Wolf, they didn't just raid. They slaughtered his kin, burned the hall his own father built.
Devastated.
And the heartbreaking detail, the real personal core of it, his younger sister Freya, she was killed. Her laughter, the text says, now lost to the wind.
Wow. That line, laughter lost to the wind, that's incredibly powerful, isn't it?
It is.
Especially given the brutality surrounding it. It makes Haldar's rage feel very human. Understandable. How often do we see these sagas focus so intensely on personal triggers like this, instead of just, say, land disputes or politics?
Well, that's a great point. While, yes, many sagas deal with the bigger picture, the politics, the territory, stories like this one really show how deeply embedded personal honor and family loyalty were in that culture.
Okay.
The source uses these very specific emotional details quite deliberately, I think.
Yeah.
Freya's lost laughter, but also that banner.
Ah, the wolf banner.
Exactly. A wolf's head, torn and bloodied, pinned right onto the ruins of his home. Skorri's mark.
Yeah.
It wasn't just an insult. It was the catalyst. It completely shifts our understanding. This isn't just a raid anymore. It's personal. Deeply personal.
An unforgivable act.
Oh.
And so Haldar's quest begins. The source says he spent 3 moons gathering warriors. Not just anyone, but men who owed him, men eager for a fight, and interestingly, others who had their own scores to settle with Skorri.
Right, building a coalition based on shared grievance almost.
Seems like it. Then their ship, dragon-proud, cuts through the ice, straight for Skorri's stronghold. They land, battle erupts before dawn. Torches, darkness, clashing steel, the smell of blood and salt air.
Intense imagery.
Very. And Haldar himself fought, it says, like the gods themselves had lent him their strength, his axe just biting through everything, shield, bone, until finally he finds him, Skorri, in the Great Hall. And get this, he's feasting.
Unbelievable. As if nothing's happening.
As if death were not at the door, yeah? Their duel, it says, was long, the sounds echoing in the hall. And then Haldar's axe hits home, Skorri falls.
The climax.
And then comes this incredibly symbolic moment. Haldar rips that wolf banner, Skorri's banner, right off the wall.
Yeah.
And throws it into the fire, watches it burn, and the text links it directly. The flames consumed it, and with it, the last breath of Skorri's reign.
Wow.
So he returns home, not with treasure chests full of gold, but, as the source puts it, with justice. That act, burning the banner. That really feels like the heart of it, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
So what's the bigger picture here for us? This idea of avenged treasures, what does that really mean?
Well, if we step back and look at the final line the source gives us,
Yeah.
sometimes the greatest treasures are not plundered, but avenged. It crystallizes everything. This isn't just about getting even. It's suggesting a different definition of wealth, of value. It's not about acquiring something new.
It's about restoring something.
Exactly. Restoring honor, maybe finding peace of mind, setting a wrong right. That kind of treasure, the story implies, can be far more valuable, far more satisfying than any amount of gold or silver.
It really makes you rethink the whole concept of treasure, doesn't it? We default to thinking about, material things, gold, jewels, land. But this turns that completely on its head. It suggests the real value might be intangible, honor, peace, justice.
Precisely. And maybe that's the thought to leave with you, the listener. Consider this. In your own life, what treasures might be defined not by what you get, what you acquire, but by what you stand up for,
Yeah.
what you manage to restore or find justice for, even when it's, the harder path to take.
Mm.
This idea of an avenged treasure, it challenges us to think about our internal wealth, peace, honor, our own convictions.
Right.
Maybe that's the most enduring value we can actually strive for.